Hello lovely people, welcome to my kitchen. If you have not yet subscribed, consider subscribing, like and share the video. Today is okra stew and swallow. Okay, so we are going to use fresh fish. We are also going to use okra. We have our spinach and also ayoyo. I don't know the English name of ayoyo, so let's take it like that. Red oil, turkey berries. You are going to make use of tomatoes, peppers, onions, and also salted beef, Wele Almighty, and our dry fish. Yes, Iban, infant yes, Iban. And this is called Boma. This green leaf too, I don't know the English name. Oh. And this is baking soda, 1 teaspoon of baking soda. You're also going to make use of mixed natural spices, so you can use any of your choice: garlic, ginger, Dawadawa, and Negro pepper. We're also going to make use of our seasoning, all pepper seasoning, and some salt. Okay, so the first thing we are going to do is to cook our wele and beef, and I'll also add the turkey berries to it and cook them together. Yes, please, if today is your first time and you really want to lose weight, please check from day one and start watching. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to blend all my ingredients together: tomatoes, onions, peppers, the gingers, the natural spices, garlic, and everything together. I'm blending all of them together. And so check from day one and watch, and also make sure you add exercise to it. So I'm using 3 of the onions. I'm going to blend them, and the other 3 I will slice them and use them later in the process. Add exercise to it, which is very important and necessary for weight loss. Yes, with keto you can lose weight without exercise, but you will not get your muscles to be firm, and so try and add exercise. Okay, so at this point what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the turkey berries from it and allow the beef and wele to be on fire for some time. And so I'll take the turkey berries and add them to my ingredients and blend. And so we are also working on our okros. I'm putting everything in my food processor, and I'm going to use it to chop it into very small pieces. So that's what we are going to do now. And so with exercise, it will help you to firm your body. Like I said, we also have flat tummy water, and so check the description box for a link to how to prepare flat tummy water and be drinking them on daily basis. We are also adding water. I'm going to add enough water to this, and also I will add my baking soda. Now if you know you are not using tomatoes for your okra stew, then you can omit the baking soda. But if you're adding tomatoes and looking at the quantity I'm using, I would need to add baking soda to it in order to get that slimy effect. And so okra is almost cooked, and what I'm going to do is to add the ayoyo to it. And that's because ayoyo is a bit hard compared to spinach. And I'll add the boma leaf also to it and cook it for 1 to 2 minutes. Then I will add the spinach. When I add the spinach, I'll quickly take it off fire because spinach, they softens very fast, so you don't need to keep them on fire for a very long time. And also considering the fact that we will add it to the stew on fire, you don't need to let it cook for a very long time before using. So I'm going to take it off fire. I'm just adding the spinach, and I'll quickly stir everything together and then take it off fire. I will not allow it to cook for even a minute or so. I'll just take it off fire, and that will be okay for our stew. Okay, so we have our pan on fire, and I just poured in my red oil. let it melt. Then I'm going to add the Negro pepper. Negro pepper, you can decide to grind and use it, but I like to use it this way. And when you grind, make sure you don't use much because it's very strong when you grind. And so I added in some few onions to fry, and also all my blended ingredients. I'm adding everything to the pan. Rinse it with some water added to it. And what I'm going to do now is I want the wele and the beef to cook with the stew, so I'm going to add them to it without the water because of the wele. It contains a lot of salt, so I'm not going to use the water. So that is it, and I'll cover and allow it to cook very well for me. And so please, if you have not yet subscribed, consider subscribing, like and share this video. You might help someone who really wants to lose weight to also watch this video and get the effect. And so we are stirring on our stew now, and I'm going to add a bit of water to it, but before then I'll add my dry fish to it. Stir it very well. Add my pepper seasoning to it, all pepper seasoning to it, and I'll add just a little of salt because of the beef, just a little, and that will be okay for me. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to fry my fish. Yes, I'm going to fry this fish. And so if you want to use it fresh as it is, that is okay, but I want to fry it because of the dry fish I'm using. I don't want to use fresh fish like that to cook, but some are okay with it. Okay, so we are checking on our stew, and as I said, I'll add a bit of water to it because it's too thick, just to loosen it up. Cook a bit more, check on our fish, and then the next thing we are going to do, the fish is okay, is done, so I'll just take everything and put them straight into our stew so that it can cook with it and get the taste and everything. I added more water because it's very thick and I need it to be a bit loosen up. Okay, so I'm adding my fish to it, and then even after adding the fish, I'll still give it a little bit of water. Okay, and stir everything together. One thing with keto is it takes time, and everybody and their body. Somebody can start keto today, and within 2 weeks the person can lose weight, and some of us too, it will take time for us. So it's all about consistency. If you don't give up, you are going to gain the effect. I remember when I started keto for a month, I didn't see any changes in my body except my face. So we'll cover and let it cook, and now we are checking on our stew again. Yes, we are checking on it again, and this time around the stew is almost cooked, and I'm adding my cooked okro and the veggies to it. And I'm not going to keep it on fire for a very long time because the okro is fully cooked and the stew also well cooked. So just 2 to 3 minutes on fire will be okay for me. And so I'll just cover for a minute, and then on a low heat though, add my onions, the rest of the onions on it, and then stir everything together. Then I'll cover it again, lower it very well, low heat, allow it to cook and get all the oils together for 2 minutes. So this is our okra stew, and this is done, well cooked. And so we can serve this with swallow, any swallow of your choice. I made cabbage and oats swallow. One, if you are a beginner on keto diet, avoid oats. If you are a beginner on keto diet, avoid oats. But if you're on maintenance, you can eat oats in bits, not too much. So this is cabbage and oats swallow. Check the description box on how to make cabbage and oats swallow, and also how to make swallow without using oats by using psyllium ask, I'll leave the link in the description box so you check. Thanks so much for watching. If you have not yet subscribed, consider subscribing. Check out for another video. Bye bye.
Semi-shred, the way I'm my man. I saw me boo, my name is